Hello everyone. I'd like to take a minute to show you something that's not as complicated as Google Fusion Tables, but something that's certainly very useful in the classroom. It is now possible for students to actually open up a Google Maps within a browser and actually import data from a spreadsheet to map things automatically. Kind of what Google Fusion Tables does, but strictly for maps. It's also important to know that Google Maps within Google Drive, especially within your district, operates just like Google Spreadsheets or Google Documents or Google Presentations. It's possible for actually students to collaborate on the same map. So let me kind of model that functionality for you here. So in this course, I've kind of explained my obsession with potato chips several times. So let's say that I have this nice little spreadsheet here that explains the location of Pennsylvania potato chip makers. So I have potato chip makers listed here in column A. I have their location in column B. Notice that location can mean kind of a lot of things. And one of the nice things about using Google Maps or Google Fusion Tables is that they sort of automatically figure out that something is a location, even if it doesn't always look exactly the same way. So we can see here for Bickles, we have a full address. For Gibbles, we just have Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. And for Hartley's, we actually have latitude and longitude. So Google Maps will do something called geocoding with column B, and it'll actually put little tiny markers on the maps for us automatically. So this is kind of nice in the workflow we've been learning about. It's possible then for students to, number one, make a form that collects data, one bit of data that includes location, for them to then have a spreadsheet like this that came from the form, and then to have a way to very simply map it in Google Maps. So a couple things to remember. Make sure you know what Google Drive account you are in. This would work with my school account as well as my personal account. I can tell by the login here that this is my personal account. This PA Potato Chip Makers is a spreadsheet within my personal account. If I now go and open a new tab and go to maps.google.com, Google Maps again recognizes that I'm within my Google account. So if you do this within your district, I can't honestly remember if you have to get your administrators to open up Maps, but I think Maps is probably available to everybody. You'll see actually your district account in the upper right rather than your personal account. So here I am in Google Maps. Basically, I think everybody probably is familiar with Google Maps. But interesting thing people miss a lot is that if I go up here and I just kind of click in the search, I get this thing called My Maps. So I'm going to double click on or click on My Maps, and suddenly you'll see I've been making my own maps for a while. So it's possible to make your own maps. So let's do that. I'm going to click Create. I'm going to give it a minute, and I'm sort of in a zone in Google Maps that's often called the Map Maker. Notice that I still have lots of Google functionality here, including my personal account over in the upper right, and that I can suddenly, on this particular map, do a couple of things. I can select items, I can add a marker, so if I click this, I can actually find a spot, add a marker, type something about the marker right in there, and actually save it. I could also put an image in my marker. I can also trash my marker. I can create a line or a polygon with this functionality here. That can include a driving route or a biking route or a walking route. So all of those things can be put onto a map. This is the directions functionality if I wanted to somehow put directions on the map. And this is a way to actually measure distances. There you go. So you can see there's lots of really basic stuff. Now again, if I was working on this particular map in class, I could, especially within my Google Drive account in my district, I could instantly invite somebody as a collaborator by sharing this map. So maps, again, can be dealt with just like Google Docs or Google Spreadsheets. Now, that's not really why I came here, though. Obviously, you can see I can title my map anything I want. And I'm just going to call it Potato Chip Makers. And I'm going to import my data. So here's what I do. I go over here. Under this, it's possible to actually have layers to your map, so it's possible to put actually data in different layers. At any rate, I'm going to hit import. I'm going to go to my Google Drive. I'm going to navigate to my example for potato chips. There it is. I'm going to click on it. You might actually get at this point a little bit of a pop-up asking for permission, so go ahead and just let Google have permission. I'm going to hit select. It has looked at my spreadsheet, and now it's asking which column has the location in it, addresses or longitude, latitude pairs. And of course, I'm going to actually say location does. I'm going to hit continue. Pick a column to use for the title of the place marks. I prefer chip maker, and I'm going to click finish. It has imported my items, and as you know, probably by the title, they're all in Pennsylvania. Potato chip capital of the world, Pennsylvania has lots of potato chip makers, and they've all been automatically geocoded. Okay, if I click any particular one, you'll actually see the title. So notice that if students actually put more information in different columns of their spreadsheet, that information would actually fly right into here. Okay, and if your objective is for them to finish a map, notice that they can also add things from the map. Okay, so things can actually be put in here through the map itself. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. We'll move on to the next thing next. Bye.